train tracks. So.
You have lyrics?
Yeah. Well, I guess somebody transcribed
really?
it, so I don't know if they're correct or not. They look pretty good, I suspect. But he was wondering about the significance of that song. Is it about your departure from the band and a return to something, or?
Train tracks?
Yeah.
That song's about Indiana. We used to smoke pot. Me and all my friends. We used to hang out by the train tracks, and that was sort of. Boy, I gotta. Does this come with a record?
Yeah. What happens is the record company here will hire somebody to transcribe it,
I
and
see.
often it's really a mess.
I should just do it myself.
Yeah, it's a good idea to have your management do it or something.
I wish somebody would have told me. I would have done it.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
It's close. That's all right, you know. Yeah, so that song is all about that time period back then, and then it's just one of those reflection songs.
Mm-hmm. No, not necessarily anything about your departure from
no.
moving on to something else.
No, not really. For readers that I'm going to tonight go back and write out the lyrics to the record.
I saw that. Notes the record company.
Yes.
Because I was actually shown that a second ago and I kind of squirmed. He wants to confirm something. He read an interview with you in Burn magazine here where you were saying that when it came time to sign your solo deal, you went back to your old Guns N' Roses contract and found it was already something that was stipulated.
I was looking over it and it said that the Geffen had an option to pick me up as a solo artist, and things had been really, things had always gone well for me at that label, and so I figured keep with them, you know.
But I guess that they would have had first.
Yeah, first bids. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to another label.
Yeah. Sort of requisition a copy of the contract and sort of paid to it, or how exactly?
How did that happen? Yeah, I had a copy of it in my file, and after I'd left the band, I started thinking, well, what happens now? Do I owe them records, or I wanted to find out the legalities of it all.
I guess it sort of strikes us as funny because we would associate you with high-powered lawyers who, with one phone call, could have told you all that stuff. Whereas it seems like you sort of sat down on the can there and started to page through.
Yeah, well, at the time, my attorney was the band attorney, who I think is David Geffen's attorney, and I never really had a relationship with him. The attorney we had before that had moved.
Given the fact that you decided to pursue a solo career in December, it seems like the actual recording itself was released very quickly, which is obviously the result of you having worked quickly on it. But is that your basic approach to making music? Yeah,
that's how I would always prefer to do it. Yeah, definitely, because it's real expensive, when you're in the studio. And it seems always that the best stuff is the stuff that's that you don't pick apart, you don't analyze it, you just record it, get the best out of say 3 or 4 tracks of the same song, and move right on. And again, it's expensive, and you don't need to take a year, to do a record. You can, but it's not necessary.
No cutting and pasting, it works or it doesn't.
Huh?
No cutting and pasting, it just works or it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
In the process of recording the music or writing the music, was there any time at all when you were thinking, well, this is okay, but will it appeal to the Guns N' Roses? Will it appeal to my fans thus far? Did that ever cross your mind?
No. No, it didn't. I didn't think about that. I was, I suppose, thinking more about just writing, period. Just writing music, and that's all I was thinking about. I didn't think about who would like it or who would appeal to. Didn't think about that. You hope someone would like it.
I think he was hoping for a probe from me, but I get your drift. You were just basically writing. Was it stuff that had welled up in you for a while, or was it just a matter of your having become like frustrated, and then you just started saying, "Well, I got to do something, so I'm going to write all new stuff." Right?
It was a case of there I was sitting in Indiana, and I had no plans at all, no plans to do anything, and I was like, well, I'm out of Guns N' Roses. What am I going to do? I wrote 12 songs, took them with me to L.A., and we ended up writing another 8 songs. We tracked, I think, 23 songs for this album, and so the whole time we worked on it, all I really focused on was writing more lyrics for this and that, and more songs, guitar riffs, and that sort of thing, the actual recording of it all. That's the only thing I really focused on.
態度というふうなものが一つあったとすればどういうことでしょうか。
それはそういうなる前。
じゃあ今回作るにあたって。
どうでしょう。
いいです。それでそのレコードすごく渋くて素晴らしいレコードだったと思うんだけれども、やっぱりそのアグレッシブさという点に関しては若干違う種類のものができているというふうに思ったんだけれども、そういうそれがあなたの字なんだろうか、それともあまりにもアグレッシブすぎたガンズ&ローズに対する反動という側面もあったんでしょうか。じゃあ最後の質問なんですけど、やっぱり一つのバンドを去って新しいことを始めると、その昔やってたことって結構客観的に見れてきたりするもんだと思うんですが、あなたとそのアクセルさん。
One last question before we get the photos of it. When somebody leaves something and goes on to something new, if you kind of look back a bit more objectively, size up what exactly happened. I'm sure that when you were with Guns, having to work with Axl, who seems to be a very obsessive type of person, a person who goes as far as he possibly can, may have led you in a direction you didn't want to go. Looking back on your experience with Guns, have you discovered anything new about it, or that you hadn't noticed at the time? How do you size up that experience?
A lot of it's a big blur. A lot of it. There's a lot of, I used a lot of drugs during a lot of those years. So there's some of it that's kind of blurry. The initial band, I remember everybody was, it was tight. It was a unit. And it was sort of that one for all for one sort of thing. To sum up the whole thing is it's difficult, but it turned into a monster basically that was just uncontrollable.
When you say uncontrollable, you mean you were losing control of like your life, what you wanted to do?
Everything, yeah, personal life, and musically too. It became quite a. That last record, the Illusions record, were just so many songs that I could probably remember 10 of them that were on there. There was a lot of music, and there was no cohesive sort of. Nothing really held it together.
So it's still, I guess, even hard for you now to look back on that. It's still too recent. It's going to take a few more years before you can really look back on that experience and sort of analyze what happened.
Yeah, sum it up. Well, I mean, I just know it got to the point where didn't feel like a band, didn't feel like It didn't feel right to me anymore.
It's interesting because all press accounts at the time had you sort of isolated, traveling separate from the band. So I guess you were making your own efforts at kind of keeping things normal.
Yeah, to a point. The press side was just a case of I never knew what it was doing from day to day. For the last year, I never knew if we were going to have a record come out. So I figured maybe I just better lay low. And I don't want to say we have a record coming out in November if I don't know. It's a case of that.
Sounds good with that.
You know, because I didn't want
to
put my foot in my mouth.
All right, well, good enough. We better get our photos.
Okay.
Use our opportunity.
Songs.
No, not necessarily anything about your departure from the band.
No.
Moving on to something else.
No, not really.
Is it about your departure from the band and return to something, or?
Train Tracks?
Yeah.
That song's about Indiana. We used to smoke pot. Me and all my friends. We used to hang out by the train tracks, and that was sort of I would have done it.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it. It's pretty strange.
It's close. That's all right, you know. Yeah, so that song is all about that time period back then. And then it's just one of those reflections. Boy, I gotta. Does this come with a record?
Yeah, what happens is the record company here will hire somebody to transcribe it,
I
and
see.
often it's really a mess.
I should just do it myself.
Yeah, it's a good idea to have your management do it or something.
I wish somebody would have told me.
There's a song, Train Tracks.
You have lyrics?
Yeah, well, I guess somebody transcribed
Really?
it, so I don't know if they're correct or not. They look pretty good, I suspect. But he was wondering about the significance of that song.